Hello, my name is Yvan, and this is week 5 video assignment. How can we address prostitution? There are many issues with prostitution here in the US and in other countries, and it is seen as a crime or as something harmful. A lot of times we can treat the individuals that are in prostitution as right holders, as people who are doing it for needs such as money, housing, of that sort, and not offenders. It's mostly acknowledging the imbalances of why prostitution's happening or why things of that sort have started. Many people in prostitution have they've done it because of experienced violence, neglect, or some kind of coercion for said start of prostitution. There can be services that help with relieving trauma, avoiding re-victimization, and prioritizing the different options and choices for said offenders, right holders, whatever you want to call them now. We could give them, with that, we could help with giving the government, or a government could help with giving stable housing, something that people do for the homeless. They make housing centers and things of that sort, and they can help said people with said offenders or people in prostitution with said housing. Healthcare can also work, some kind of therapy or things of that sort, reproductive healthcare, something that can help with understanding the whole sexual health and of that sort. Education. A lot of times prostitute work, is because of lower education or things of that sort, because people have children or transportation's hard or people can't afford schooling. We could make community college is always a thing, a literacy program, something to help said offenders, once again offenders, with committing to a GED or a program to help with schooling. And the biggest thing always can be peer support, community support, as community is another major problem when it comes to said crime, because if you're not a tight-knit community, or if your community is not close, then there's an issue with prostitution being out more, is having more of an issue. Alternatives we can really try to help with is employment programs, or or removing discrimination when it comes to hiring. The employment programs are a little harder, both of them are hard to do, as in employment programs, people need to fund it, and discrimination sadly is always going to be around, whether it's prostitution, racism, sexism, that is always going to be around, but there are ways that people can try their best to properly help with the community. There's also the way we can do is decriminalizing of selling sex, reduce the police violence and police abuse for prostitutes and things of that sort. A lot of times when when prostitutes are coerced in the act, government or police force can focus on trafficking or some kind of violence, something like witness protection or support for said survivors. The biggest thing that prostitution is an illegal act, but it doesn't need to always be seen as a violent act, or the police don't need to be seen as violent people. Thank you.